beautiful day at the beach under the sun, and today I want to talk about anything that robs us of our happiness. And to do so, I'm going to use as an example grains of sand.
We think of grains of sand to be so small and our planet to be so large. But let's get a better idea of the size of our planet in contrast to the universe that it resides in. To do so, let's travel the distance of the universe at the speed of light, which is faster than anything can travel, 186,000 miles per second. In this fantasy, let's imagine our journey begins at midnight on January 1st. We quickly pass the planets Mercury and Venus and span the 93 million miles that separate the Earth from the Sun in just 8 minutes and 19 seconds. We continue on passing Mars, then the gas giants Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Yes, I said Uranus. Grow up, guys. Neptune. Finally, after 5 hours and 31 minutes, we race past the recently demoted and assumably bitter Pluto and its companion moon. Our journey has taken us more than 3.5 billion miles to the outer limits of our solar system, and it is still January 1st. That's how fast the speed of light travels. If we alter our path and travel in a direction perpendicular to our galaxy, each year traveled at the speed of light is called a light year. After 4.25 light years, we reach Alpha Centauri, the next nearest star to our solar system. We have traveled more than 25 trillion miles. Continuing on, 10 light years, 100 light years, 1,000. Yet it is not until we have traveled at the speed of light for 100,000 years that the spiral shape of the Milky Way is recognizable. From here on out, each point of light we see is no longer an individual star, but an entire galaxy composed of billions of stars. 5 million years go by. The Milky Way is now seen as a cluster of 30 other galaxies known as the local group. 50 million light years, and we encounter the large Virgo cluster containing approximately 2,000 galaxies. 1 billion years pass, 5 billion. Finally, after 10 billion years traveling at 186,000 miles per second, our journey ends. We decelerate and pause to observe the theoretical view of the universe and its large-scale structure. Countless of billions of galaxies now seem to comprise of chains, large masses, and thread-like structures that seem to stretch across the cosmos, separated by enormous regions of empty space. It is a spectacular tapestry so vast and diverse in its design. We see approximately 100 billion galaxies, each containing approximately 100 billion stars. It is said that there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on our planet. Our planet, that little lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark that we know as our home. On that mite of dust, everyone you know, everyone you will know, every human who ever is and was, every human in the history of our species lived there, on that seemingly insignificant crumb. The Earth is a small grain of sand in the vast cosmic beach, and yet, think of all the times we spend arguing and fighting about our vehement principles and beliefs we hold with so much conviction on that fraction of a particle we know so little of. Even with our acknowledgement of our enigmatic place in the universe and our ambiguity in all this vastness, oftentimes our demeanor expresses ignorance that our time to be happy and enjoy life is unknown and fleeting. So let's recap what we've learned. This is our home, and this is where you live in our solar system, not the scale. Here's the distance to scale between the Earth and the Moon. Not that far, right? Inside of that distance, you can fit every planet in our solar system with plenty of space to spare. Here's a photo of the Earth from the Moon. And here's that same Earth from Mars. Okay, so here's Earth compared to the Sun. Terrifying, right? Well, there are stars out there much, much bigger than our wimpy sun. Arcturus, over 16,000 times larger in volume than our sun. Alpha Scorpii, about 690 million times larger in volume than our sun. VY Canis Majoris, about 2.9 billion times larger in volume than our sun. Our sun is barely even visible at that scale. That's nuts, but that's nothing compared to the size of a galaxy. So the sun is just under 1,400,000 kilometers wide. That's big, right? Well, our Milky Way galaxy is approximately 100,000 light years in diameter. That's roughly 950 quadrillion kilometers. The Milky Way galaxy is huge. Here's where you live inside of it. And then this yellow circle are the only stars you're able to see at night. But even though our galaxy is big, it's a little runt compared to some others. This is IC 1011. It is 6 million light years wide. That little speck is the Milky Way. Just think about all of the things that can be inside of that galaxy. But let's think bigger. The Hubble telescope took this picture. It contains thousands of galaxies. Each galaxy containing billions of stars, each star orbited by its own planets, all of which was seen in this small patch of sky. So if you're ever feeling upset, remember, this is your home. This is what happens when you zoom out and further out to the solar interstellar neighborhood, and even further out to the Milky Way. Keep going just a little further to the local galactic group. Almost there. Now we see the Virgo supercluster. Here it is, everything in the observable universe, and here's your place in it.
Now think about again that small speck of sand, and how our Earth, in contrast to the universe, is a fraction of a grain of sand. Like Ralph Waldo Emerson said, 1 minute you spend in anger is 60 seconds you rob yourself of happiness on this small bouncing ball in the middle of nothing. I'm Zen of Nevers. Now go create an awesome day and never give up.
Comment, like, and subscribe!